Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're doing the NFL early predictions on how I think teams are going to be doing so far. This is part 1. I'm going to make another part of this video in the future sometime. Probably around after the off season, just before we get into the preseason, I'm just gonna go off based off of how I think these teams are gonna do this next coming season. You know what I mean? Part 1 though. This is part 1. Part 2 will be coming out before before for the preseason or during the preseason. But yeah. First off, we got the Rams, man. The Rams, playoff contenders, You know what? Super Bowl. I think the Rams are Super Bowl contenders still. I still would. You know what, bro? Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, that's actually scary. That's kind of scary, bro. Matthew Stafford, if he can keep it up one more year, bro. One more year. Kyron Williams, good run game, good defense. Offensive line is pretty solid, I would say. I think the Rams can make a Super Bowl contending push here. But, we'll see. We'll just see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? The Browns, oh, geez. Likely gonna get they're gonna get a draft. They're gonna get a big draft pick. Still paying Watson a whole bunch of money. I still think they're going to be trash. I still don't think they're going to be that good. Even if they go quarterback or not, Travis Hunter, whoever they're going to get, bro. Still don't think they're going to be that good. I don't believe in it. The division's too tough. They're going to play us twice. They're going to play the Steelers twice. They're going to play the Ravens twice. And then they're going to play everybody else, which they can't do by themselves anyways. So, and if the rookie quarterback gets hurt or something, then, that's even more of a catastrophe because that's what the Browns have been known for recently. Quarterbacks just getting hurt. But yeah, Browns think they're going to be trash this year. The Falcons. Ooh, Falcons. I think they're going to be playoff contenders. They should be playoff contenders. They're in a weak division. The Saints are going to be absolute pitiful this year. They're not going to be good at all. The Panthers, they could be a little bit interesting. Don't know if they can make it to the playoffs, though. The Buccaneers, they're a playoff contender. So are the Falcons, though. They're in a weak division. They can honestly sweep the Saints and sweep the Panthers. If, they play normal. And then their other games. So, they could definitely make it to the playoffs. So, I'll definitely keep it playoffs. Don't know about, Super Bowl contending. Because Michael Penix, yeah, he still doesn't have too much play time, so. But, they got a good offense and defense, so just got to develop Michael Penix and keep your players around him. So, for just another season or two, just to see if he can make a push in those seasons. But, he could also take him to the Super Bowl. Who knows? But that's based off my opinion. Chargers also are going to be playoff contenders. They're going to be heavier playoff contenders than the Falcons. Justin Herbert, very good quarterback. Don't know if they're going to keep Gus and J.K. I'm guessing they are, though. I'm guessing they are. They're probably going to either draft a receiver or Colston Loveland. Their offense is definitely going to get a little bit better. For the Chargers, it's just about staying healthy. Not going to say Super Bowl contending just yet because they did lose Joey Bosa and stuff, so who knows how that defense could look. That could have either went very good and get a young player to fit that spot, or this could go really bad. But we will see, guys. Still think the Chargers are going to be playoff contenders. They get a lot of good pieces on there still to even make the playoffs, but they're in a really tough division too. So there's that. The Niners. Oh boy, where do I put them? Where do I put the 49ers? Oh, this is like they're in between Super Bowl and playoff contenders. I'm going to put the 49ers in Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, I know they did lose a whole bunch of pieces on defense. But Brock Purdy, listen, Christian McCaffrey. If Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey come full 100% energy into this next season, they could definitely be called Super Bowl contenders. And if they can find some defensive players to fill them spots for Greenlaw and Co., then they can definitely make a Super Bowl contending push. You know what I mean? But the 49ers, they should be able to make some sort of push. They'll definitely be playoff contenders though, either way, because Yeah, that's how they usually are. The Carolina Panthers, I'm going to say they're going to be mid. I'm not going to lie. They're looking at like a 5-6 win team this year. Even 7, honestly. I'm not going to say they're good because that means good for me is like a. Good for me, honestly. You know, we're going to remove good. We're removing good. Yeah, we're removing good. So these are the 5 ones. So mid is like 8-9, 7-10, possibly 9-8, misses the playoffs or something like that. Something like that. But I think the Carolina Panthers, not the Carolina Panthers. Oh, jeez. But yeah, Carolina, they should be an interesting team. Don't think they're going to be not that good. I don't think they're going to be trash either. So, because I liked what I seen out of Bryce. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I liked what I seen out of Bryce at the second half of the season last year. So there's that. The Seahawks, I don't think they're going. I think they're gonna be mid. They're gonna be mid. Not gonna be playoff contenders though. I think the Seahawks are gonna be really mid. Sam Darnold, JSN. Who else did they get? They get somebody else. They got somebody. Oh yeah, they got Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's old, so I don't know. The Seahawks are gonna be interesting this year. That's all I know. They're gonna be interesting. Noah Fant. Yeah, they're just gonna be a very interesting team to watch next year. Don't think I'm just gonna put them not that good. I just don't know about the Seahawks, man. You know what I mean? The Bills, always Super Bowl contending. It's just the Chiefs always get in their way. You know, the Bills, they're gonna find themselves another receiver here. They're gonna get some defensive pieces as well. So the Bills are definitely gonna be Super Bowl contending, even with that quarterback named Josh Allen, man. He's a freaking dog, man. Next one is Packers. Playoff contenders. They're always playoff contenders. I just don't know when Jordan Love's going to take that next step, man. I don't know if he's going to take that next step to make them Super Bowl contenders. You know what I mean? That offense is still a little shaky for me just because it's not really consistently, like, usually you would see, like, Jamar Chase numbers at the number 1 receiver room, and then, like, number 2 receiver at T. Higgins numbers. Just going based off of that, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Wicks is all kind of like the same. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain it, but they're still gonna be playoff contenders because Jordan Love's good. We just don't know. Just don't know if they're gonna make it. They're probably gonna draft like Matthew Golden or something. But we'll see what the Packers do. They're definitely gonna be playoff contenders though. Nothing less with Jair and Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs and the rest of the crew. But yeah. I just don't know when they'll take that next step. The Saints, bro, I'm sorry, all Saints fans. They're going to be trash. Your Saints are going to be very trash. Yeah, their offense is terrible. They have no cap, I think. I still think they're having that cap issue thing. I don't know. The Saints are a mess. They're going to be trash. The Raiders, they got Geno Smith and no, not DK Metcalf. Who they get? Somebody else. They got somebody else, right? I'm trying to think. I don't know. They got Geno Smith though. That's definitely an improvement from what the frick is his name? Like freaking who now? I don't even know. Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, I think. But yeah, the Raiders. I don't think they're. I'm still not gonna say they're not gonna be that good. You know, I'm gonna say could be solid. Not sold is crazy. Solid. I think the Panthers could be solid. Yeah. Okay, there. I just wanted to name it that. My fault. I just dozed out for whatever reason. But yeah, the Raiders, bro, not that good. Don't think they're still going to be that good. Actually, you know what? I think they could be solid because they got Brock Bowers. That's right. You know, I'll put them in could be solid. They got Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, Geno Smith should be able to put up some good numbers. They got Jacoby Myers too. So they honestly need a number 1 receiver. That's what they're missing. The biggest piece is number 1 receiver. They should trade for like Tyreek Hill or something, honestly, if I'm the Raiders. But yeah, the Raiders, they should be solid. If Geno Smith is not throwing 3,000 interceptions. The Cowboys, playoff contenders. Their defense is still good. Micah Parsons, I think they're going to extend him. They probably will. They should have the money for it. Because they don't really have crazy people on their team except for Dak Prescott. And Or anybody expensive, I should say. Except for like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and etc. But yeah. But they did play that offensive lineman a heck of a lot of money. And somebody else too, but yeah, they should be, if they can pay them guys, they definitely can pay Micah Parsons. That's not even going to lie. To you, the Bears, bro, the Bears, I think they could be playoff contenders. I think they can be playoff contenders. Listen, man, the Bears just got Ben Johnson and stuff, so I think they can be playoff contenders. Caleb Williams, if he develops like he didn't have the worst season, but could have been a lot better, and I think Ben Johnson's going to make it better, so we'll see there, bro. The Colts. Ooh, the Colts. Not that good, bro. Not that good. I don't know. They could be solid. They can also not that good. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say not that good, just because I don't think every team could be solid on this tier list. So I think the Colts, if Anthony Richardson's not that good, bro, they're also not gonna be that good. It's just all about the quarterback. I think they got a solid wide receiver core though, and John Taylor's a freaking dog. So the Dolphins, bro. They're in a weak division, kind of, too. The Jets, if Justin Fields is really not that good, then the Jets are going to be dookie. Or if the Jets turn to be the Jets, like the bad Jets. And the Patriots, who knows, telling. Who knows. And the Dolphins, it's not that hard to make the playoffs. They could be playoff contenders. They have the pieces on offense and defense, but Tyreek Hill got to bounce back, bro. I ain't going to lie. Honestly, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm drafting like a receiver in the second round. Just to replace Tyreek. Just hope they can replace Tyreek Hill or something. You know? Because he's getting older too. But yeah, the Dolphins, they're awful. They're also playoff contenders, let's not gonna lie. They also got Jalen Waddle and Jonnu Smith too, so we can't forget about them. Jonnu Smith had a freaking heck of a season. The Patriots, they could be solid. Listen, they got Stephon Diggs. They just got him from the Texans. He's coming off an injury though. It's gonna be interesting to see that. Drake May, I think he's gonna be a good quarterback in the league. He's gonna be a really good quarterback in the league. I can already see it. I can already smell it. Mike Vrabel, he's a good coach. You know, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting with the Patriots, but I think they could be solid. I think they could be better than Seattle and the Colts for sure though. The Lions, they're going to be Super Bowl contending once again. I don't think everything is going to go wrong from here. I think they're going to fight back. Dan Campbell's going to keep that team motivated and fired up for next season, man. And just take it as like not every year you can win, you know what I'm saying? So, the Lions, they're going to be Super Bowl contending once again. They're going to get back Aiden Hutchinson too, so that's huge already, so. If they got him back, they probably would have won the Super Bowl this year if they got him back for like the Commanders game, because that was a little bit of a crazy tragedy that happened in Detroit. But they don't want to talk about it. The Bengals, ooh, listen, hear me out. We just paid our receivers. They're not going nowhere. Burrow, Higgins, Chase Brown, and Yoshi Vash is not going nowhere. So that offense is going to be amazing. Listen, the offense is going to be amazing. If McPherson can if we cannot miss as many kicks as we did last season, that's also a big up. Because listen, if McPherson didn't miss like a couple of those kicks last year, honestly, we could have won probably like 2 more of those games. Even with our defense being as bad as it was. And honestly, if I'm being honest, the defense cannot be no more worse than what it was last year. I think that's the worst we've ever seen it. And I think Joe Burrow is just getting into his prime. So listen, the Bengals, they're going to try to fight back to this Super Bowl. And you might call me crazy, but that defense cannot be any worse than what it is. Now, losing Trey Hendrickson, I think they're trying to make a deal with him though. So Trey Hendrickson, if he comes back, if we have a good draft, you know, this could all be very good, bro. I still think the Bengals could be Super Bowl contenders. With that offense, definitely can. And if Joe Burrow's just getting into his prime, bro, oh boy, it's going to be hectic in Super Bowl 60. But yeah, man, I think the Bengals still could be Super Bowl contenders. Get mad at me if you want. Say the defense is bad, but listen, it can't be any worse, like I'm saying. Like, it really can't be. I mean, that was tragic last year. Jeez. Letting 44 points to the Pittsburgh is crazy, bro. Like, what the frick? The Titans. Also the checkdowns. Anyways, the Titans likely gonna get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. I forgot what pick they got. I think he was the number 1. But I still think they're not gonna be good. Obviously, they're in rebuild mode by now. They've been. Tyler Boyd's older. Calvin Ridley's getting older too. Everybody's getting older on that team, so it's definitely a start from scratch for them. So the Titans, this is the start of the rebuild for sure. The Eagles, Super Bowl contenders, are gonna try to run it back. We know the Eagles are capable of running it back. They got Saquon, Jalen. I don't even have to name the rest. Jacksonville, I mean, they could be solid. Listen, the Jaguars, I know people are, like, getting mad at the whole, what's his name? The coach? I forgot the freaking coach's name. Liam Cohen? Yeah, Liam Cohen. I know people are like, Duval. That was crazy. But, listen, I don't think Liam Cohen was actually bad, though. I think that's actually a good pick for them. That's a solid pick for the Jaguars. And listen, if they get another wide receiver, bro, and Trevor Lawrence stays healthy, this could be different. This could be different for the Jaguars, and they could go different directions with this. So, listen, the Jaguars, I don't expect them to be terrible this year, but I don't expect them to make the playoffs either. And I don't expect them to have, like, 8 wins. I expect them to have, like, 7 or 6. But, yeah, we'll see. They should be a fun little team this year. But yeah, I don't think it's rebuild mode just yet. They still have the pieces to build from going to rebuild mode. Broncos, playoff contenders, Brown. They made the playoffs this year. They're gonna run it back, bro. They're gonna get better. They're gonna get Bo Nix, another receiver. They're gonna get him some offensive linemen. They're gonna get him a tight end probably, and that offense is gonna stride even more. Bo Nix impressed me last year. He really did. Didn't think the Broncos were even going to get 4 wins, bro. I didn't think they were going to get 4 wins. Actually, probably just 4 wins. But yeah, the Broncos, bro, impressive team last year. Impressive. Like, I was shocked that they even got 10 wins. I think it was 10 or something like that, yeah. Like, they were 9-5, dude. 9-5 is crazy. And with that offense, though, man, they were 9-5 at one point, but they went 10-7 because... Yup. You know. The Giants, listen, I don't think the Giants I don't think the Giants are not that good. But I don't think they're going to be trash, bro. They're either going to get, like I said, Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, too. But, listen, Malik Neighbors, bro. They have Kayvon Thibodeau. They have Isaiah Simmons, I think. I don't remember, but they still got some really good defensive pieces still. They just need some offensive linemen and probably a running back or 2. And I think the Giants should be pretty good, bro. They should be pretty good after that, but not that good for now. Just because we don't know yet, bro. We don't know yet. Next one is the Vikings. Ooh. I don't know, bro. They're going to be rocking with J.J. McCarthy. Doesn't look like they're getting Aaron Rodgers. Listen, bro. Low-end playoff contenders. Also, I need to... Yeah, I'm just going to... Yeah, I think they're low-end playoff contenders. The Vikings, bro. I just don't know. J.J. McCarthy, we haven't seen nothing in him yet. With that injury last year. And... we know they definitely have the team around them, especially signing all them defensive players. Their defense is going to be insane, by the way. It's just their offense. How is that offense going to do? Yes, T.J. Hockenson, Jefferson, Aaron Jones. Their offense should be scary too, but it just depends on if J.J. McCarthy is the guy or not. We'll see if he is. I mean, honestly, he could be mid. He honestly could play mid and be like 10-7 going to playoffs. I mean, the Vikings are built for the Super Bowl. By now, they are built for the Super Bowl. It's just their quarterback, bro. They're working with a rookie quarterback. I would have honestly traded him. Just to get like higher in the draft. Honestly, I would have traded a whole bunch of draft picks away just to get like, well, actually no, I would have traded for like Jared Goff or something, bro. Honestly. I mean, they are just ready for the Super Bowl. They really are. But J.J. McCarthy finna sell them, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The Cardinals? Listen, hear me out. Playoff contenders. Playoff contenders. I'm all you're saying off this rip. Saying this off rip. Playoff contenders are the Cardinals, bro. And you know why? Hear me out. Sorry if I'm coughing a lot. I just talking too much, bro. Just talking too much. The Cardinals, bro. They're playoff contenders. Yes, you could say whatever you want about Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's solid, in my opinion. He's really a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. But it's just healthy. If Kyler Murray stays healthy, Marvin Harrison gets the targets he needs and deserves. Trey McBride, they're going to build a defense, dude. They're going to get that defense and offensive line sorted out this offseason. And we're going to really see how this Cardinals team shakes. And listen, bro, the Cardinals, they're going to be a playoff contender. People are going to disagree, but this is the time for the Cardinals to be playoff contenders. They're getting right back to where, 7-0 Arizona was. They're going to get back into that form, kind of. I wouldn't say 7-0, but they're probably going to get 10 wins this year. They're definitely getting 10 wins. If they get less than 8, bro, then, Arizona, that's time. It'd be time to get rid of Murray. But, listen, bro, I believe in Kyler Murray. I think he can do it, bro. He can take his team to the playoffs again. I believe in him. Next, you got the Ravens. They're Super Bowl contenders. They're Super Bowl contenders if Lamar Jackson stays healthy and also doesn't freaking throw interceptions and fumbles the ball and stuff in the playoffs every year. That's the Ravens' problem, bro. That's the only reason why they have not made it to the Super Bowl. Every single time they make the playoffs, Lamar Jackson freaking turns the ball over, bro. And it costs them the game. Yes, you could say Mark Andrews, 2-point conversion, blah, 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 but he also threw an interception and also fumbled the ball twice or once or something like that. You can't just do all that and expect one guy to come up with the game, bro. You can't have all those turnovers, bro. You got to be in a better situation. Come on now. But yes, Mark Andrews should have caught that ball still, but it was his fault mainly. The Chiefs, bro, come on now. Do we gotta talk about the Chiefs 3 years in a row to the Super Bowl? Freaking ridiculous. I mean, they're already AFC Championship locked. It's just who's getting there with them. Literally. I don't think that, though. I honestly think the Chiefs can probably get knocked out in the divisional round this year. Or even the wild card, honestly. The Chiefs, I'm telling you, bro, the Chiefs can be different this year. And not in a good way. Travis Kelce's older. DeAndre Hopkins is older, too. And Isaiah Pacheco, injured. He got injured, remember? It could be a little bit rough. They lost Nick Bolton, I think, too. Or somebody. They lost somebody on defense. So the Chiefs, they could be falling apart here. This is a little bit of a fall off. Watch it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Either Broncos or Chargers will win that division this year. That's one of the teams are winning that. I think it's going to be Broncos, though, honestly. I'm making a bet. I'm going to make it a bet that, Broncos win that division. Get mad at me, Chiefs fans. I don't care, bro. I do not care. Buccaneers, playoff contenders again, bro. The Bucs are always playoff contenders. Obviously, yeah, they get bounced in the wild card, I think. Wait. Did they even make the playoffs? Hold up, no. I need to think now. I don't remember if Tampa Bay made it to the playoffs. Didn't they? I don't remember. Who would they have played then? Eagles? No. I don't know. I don't remember. Bro, I don't remember if Tampa Bay made the playoffs. Wait, yeah, they did. I don't remember who they played, though. But they lost. But yeah, the Buccaneers are still playoff contenders. They got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They just re-signed Chris Godwin and stuff, so. And Bucky Irving's going into his next year, so the Bucs should be pretty solid still. I just don't remember who they played in the playoffs, though. I think it was the The Packers? No, not the Packers. That was the Eagles. Who the frick did they play? Wait, what? Hold up. Let me look this up, bro. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hold up. Oh, oops, my bad. It was the Commanders. My fault, y'all. I was just so confused. Yeah, they fell short to the Commanders. But yeah, I just forgot. I don't even know why I freaking forgot like that. But yeah, enough yapping about the Buccaneers, bro. The Jets are next. The Jets, I think they could be solid. Listen, Justin Fields, already, I think they could be solid. I might be a Justin Fields glazer, bro, but still, with him on the team, I still think they could be solid. I mean, let's be honest, they got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. I think the Jets have a really good run game. It's just that Aaron Rodgers is pee-pee water, bro, and he destroyed that team, so I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that was kind of Aaron Rodgers' fault, huh? Like, I ain't finna cap, bro. The Steelers? Oh, God. Playoff contenders, jeez. They're always playoff contenders no matter who's the quarterback. We don't know who the quarterback is, but they're going to be playoff contenders. Let's just get that out of the way. And let's just... You know what? They could be solid. I'm going to put them in solid. I'm not going to say they're playoff contenders because the division's too tough, too. They're playing the Bengals twice and the Ravens twice. And they don't know who their quarterback is going to be. And if it's Aaron Rodgers, they're going to be cooked. Just saying, but they're probably going to get Aaron Rodgers. I can already see it. Or like Will Howard or draft somebody like that. Or that guy from Louisville or something like that. Who knows, but one of them is getting it. So, or yeah. The Steelers are getting somebody, but it's either going to be Aaron Rodgers or going to be drafting one of those two. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who they would get. But it should be coming up soon. I think it's definitely Aaron Rodgers, though. There's like nobody else the Steelers can get. Honestly. All the quarterbacks are kind of taken. But yeah, the Steelers, I think they could be solid either way. They got a good defense. That's the only good thing about the Steelers. If I'm being honest, they got a good defense. Offensive line is not that impressive. Or offense is also not that impressive. They did get DK, though. That's another reason why they could be solid. But don't think they're playoff contenders with the quarterback question marks right now. As of now, actually. The Commanders, Super Bowl contenders. They're Super Bowl contenders, guys. The Commanders are definitely Super Bowl contenders now. I mean, they were last year somehow. So, they're definitely getting better. So, it don't matter what happens this offseason. It just matters how many people they keep. Like, honestly. And how many they gain. But right now, they got Deebo Samuel. He might not be that good anymore, but he's still Deebo Samuel. Let's be honest. So, the Commanders, Super Bowl contenders. They got Terry, bro. Oh, my God. Imagine prime Deebo on that team. Oh, my goodness. If Deebo went into his prime, bro, this would be crazy. I mean, that might be one of the scariest offenses all time. Well, not all time, but, like some crazy stuff. But, yeah, Commanders, Jane Daniels, Super Bowl contenders. Texans, playoff contenders. They're going to be playoff contenders. They got Tank Dell. They got Dalton Schultz. They got Nico Collins. They just all got to stay healthy. Everybody on the Texans just has to stay healthy for them to be good, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this tier list video ranking how I think every single team could be. Part 1, Part 2 will be coming out during, like, after the offseason or, like, during the preseason. Probably during the preseason. Part 2 will come out for sure. But guys, it's the end of this video. This is my early predictions on how all these teams will probably pan out doing and how they are right now. So yeah, guys, it's the end of this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn that bell on for all notifications not to miss another one of my videos again. And I will see you all next video. Peace out.